Generate unlimited money undetected by executing the back-to-back strategy on Cayo Perico. This method is key to becoming a more efficient grinder than even the most skilled players in the game. If you're entirely new to Cayo Perico, watch the entire video. You could also just skip to one of the chapters listed in the video description. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you found the information helpful. Now, let's get into it. So, let's start this video from rock bottom. Imagine you are still a relatively new player without a lot of money. The first significant purchase you should make is the Kosatka, which you'll need to play the Cayo Perico heist. To unlock the option to purchase a Kosatka, head over to the nightclub located at the casino, as shown on this map. After the cutscene, head over to warstock.com and purchase the Kosatka for $2.2 million. If you are short on money, you could also join the Vinewood Network crew if you need help making money with business sales or other heists. Head to vinewoodnetwork.com to join the Discord. So for purchasing the Kosatka, we're quickly going to run through all the available options. Every color is $75,000, but not necessary. Every flag is free, but also not necessary. The sonar station costs $1.2 million, not necessary unless you're going for a specific award. The guided missiles are $1.9 million. They might come in handy, but don't buy it if you're short on money. The weapon workshop, $350,000, not necessary. The Sparrow, $1.815 million. This one is actually very recommended since it will make setting this heist up a lot faster. 𝚗𝚗𝚕𝚒𝚗𝚗, not necessary. You can also store the Toreador in your Kosatka, which is also a submersive vehicle and is actually very recommended. However, not necessary for the heist and has a similar effect as the guided missiles in terms of making the setups easier to do. Once you have first obtained your very own Kosatka, you can start the first heist, which is a little bit different compared to all the heists that will be after it. After you arrive on the island at the dance party, you are going to escape out into the island and follow the mission instructions. After you've taken a picture of the bolt cutters, you are going to want to search for the drainage pipe, which you will find by going to this specific location. You can steal a boat over here to make reaching this location a little easier. Once the game tells you that you've scoped out the drainage tunnel, just stay in the water and drown, as this'll spawn you close to the airstrip. Quickly take a picture of the control tower and talk to this man to go back to 𝚿𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚗. So, there are a lot of buttons on this computer that are confusing as hell. Let me run you through the most important ones. Every time you start up a new Cayo Perico heist, you're going to have to scope out the stealable targets first. On the day of this upload, there is a single-time opportunity for a 100% chance on obtaining a Panther statue. In case you've never done a Cayo Perico heist before, you'll get the Madrazo's files on your first run, and the Panther statue on your second run. So now we can focus on gathering the necessary equipment to start the heist. To head over to the second tab, press R1 on your controller. Here, we see 4 categories. The first category is approach vehicles. Here, you can select the vehicle you want to use for the heist. I recommend only 2 vehicles, the Kosatka submarine and the longfin boat. The longfin boat is an easier mission to complete, but the Kosatka submarine gives you a slightly better approach to the island. For the next category, equipment, we're going to have to do them all except for the first one. The demolition charges are only necessary if we're going to blow up the front gate of the compound, which we're not going to do since it's inefficient. Besides, we've scoped out the drainage tunnel, so we already found the best possible way of entering the compound. For the category weapon loadout, always buy the suppressors for $5,000. After buying the suppressors, select aggressor. The last category, disruption, is totally unnecessary. I would only advise you to do all of the disruption missions when you are going to execute the back-to-back strategy, which I'm going to explain right now. So, what is back-to-back? Back-to-back means that you run your Cayo heist for someone else, and vice versa. Let me explain it more thorough. On PlayStation and Xbox, you will need 2 players to execute the back-to-back strategy. We'll call one player the host and the other player the receiver. The host will invite the receiver to his Cayo Perico heist. At the end of the heist, during this cutscene, the host is going to close his application. By closing the application at the right time, the receiver will get the money while the host will not lose his 𝚗𝚕𝚒𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗 called back to back. On one run you hand out the money, and on the next run you receive the money. You can do this as many times as you'd like, and it's an incredibly efficient way to make money without resorting to any abusive money glitches. This method has zero consequences, and it will never cause a reset or a ban in any shape or form, since it's completely undetected. On top of that, this method never gets patched, so you'll learn it once, and you'll know how to perform it forever. Let me first show you the most efficient way to complete the first finale. Select Approach Vehicle, Kosatka. Infiltration Point, Drainage Tunnel. Compound Entry Point, Drainage Tunnel. The rest doesn't really matter for now. After entering the compound, immediately turn around and follow my route. Press on R2 here and wait for the Juggernaut to change direction, as you can see on the minimap. Hold X while creeping up towards him. When you're near him, hold L2 to aim, and then press R2 to perform a stealth kill. Quickly turn around, go out of crouch, and follow me. When you're near the Juggernaut, kill him with your assault shotgun. Then, turn around and kill the camera. You've now dealt with the Jug in the best possible way. The whole compound is a cakewalk from this point forward. Now over here you'll find a guard that you should kill with the pistol. The problem with the assault shotgun is that a shotgun shoots slugs, and these slugs can often hit the walls near the other enemies. Some players call this a bug, but this is definitely avoidable by just using the pistol. Watch what happens when I kill him with the shotgun. To avoid this from happening, use the pistol during these scenarios where enemies behind your target might notice your shots. Next, kill this camera right here and check the minimap again to see if this guard is near the grass or looking over the fountain. Right now, he is looking over the fountain, so you can kill him right away like how I do here. In other scenarios, such as this one, you'll see that he is standing on the pavement near the grass. Always try to kill this guard while his body is on the grass, or at least far enough from the gate. This is because after you've collected your primary target, a new guard will spawn and detect him if he is lying dead on the pavement. With the Juggernaut and this particular guard taken care of, you can now freely move around the compound. Don't hack this, we'll hack into basement, take the key card and take the money from the safe. After this, head to the basement and hack the door, take the primary target and get out of there. Once we're outside the compound, kill this guard, grab his bike, and head southeast like me. Jump off the cliff here. Once you're in the water, you'll encounter 3 naval mines arranged in a triangular formation. Swim to the furthest one. We've now arrived at a point where we can replay the 𝚗𝚗𝚒𝚗𝚗𝚗 heist over and over again. Our next goal would be to max out the amount of money your B2B partner will gain from your heist. To max out the profits, we're going to be aiming for a 𝚗𝚗𝚒𝚗𝚗 setup that meets the following requirements. For our primary target, there are 2 targets we look for, the pink diamond or the panther statue. The panther statue is the best target in the game, and it's only available during this specific week, from 7th till 14th of November. There is a 100% chance you'll get it on your next scope out. You can also reroll your secondary targets without losing your panther statue. If it's your first run ever, you'll first get Madrazo's files before the panther statue. For our secondaries, we really want a minimum of 3 stacks of gold, since gold has always been the most valuable secondary target. The recent nerf that everyone seems to be freaking out about was only applied to the targets that are now marked on the screen. We won't be aiming for these targets anyway, so this nerf really doesn't affect us as much. Last but not least, we're going to want to have hard mode unlocked for the heist we're going to execute our B2Bs on. This is because the hard mode gives a significant boost to the final payout. To unlock hard mode for your heist, you need to start a new Cayo Perico heist within 30 minutes after the 48-minute cooldown from your last heist is over. Keep in mind, you can only get a panther statue on hard mode if you've already had a different primary target scoped out. So in case you don't have a heist active, you won't be able to unlock hard mode on the panther statue. So you need to finish a Cayo heist finale first, wait 48 minutes until Pavel texts you, and then you have another 30-minute time window where you can start the heist in hard mode. With the pink diamond, you'll get 2 million per run. But with the panther statue, you'll get a whopping 2.5 million per run. This is literally 20% more efficient. As for the rerolling part, it could still benefit us if we're looking for at least 3 stacks of gold. I just finished a Cayo Perico heist and I've been waiting in my Kosatka for the cooldown to be over. If you are really early, you might be able to fit in 4 rerolls within this 30-minute time window. Upon arriving on the island, run over to the bike as I do and follow my route. Be careful of the bushes and trees, as they can easily knock you off your bike. Watch carefully how I take this jump, and try to aim for the same spot as me. At this point, pull the left stick, L3, towards you to lift the front wheel, which helps prevent you from falling off your bike. Here, I check my minimap to see when it's safe for me to cross this road. Then I go through the weed farm and climb the hill up to the radio tower. The signal box can be anywhere on this tower. I was lucky to have it on the ground level, but sometimes it could spawn as high as the top of the radio tower. If you need help with any of the hacks, you can find a guide in the description of this video. After completing this hack, quickly open your phone and press right on the D-pad until you're in the basement camera, and scope out the primary target. And here it is, our panther. Let's quickly scope out the remaining targets. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't get our desired 3 stacks of gold for the secondary targets. Let's do a reroll and hope for better secondary targets. Once outside, call Pavel and cancel the heist. Go back inside, and start up another Cayo on hard mode. In this footage, I got my panther statue again, but this time, I also got 3 stacks of gold in the compound. After scanning, I purposefully commit suicide or get caught so that I respawn back at the airport, and I head back to 𝚿𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚎. To start off, you will be the host, so go to the setup board in your Kosatka and select the following. For time of day, I would advise you to put it on nighttime, so your back-to-back partner can put it on daytime. This helps in avoiding confusion for who has to reset at the end. Lastly, head over to assign crew cut and maximize the cut your back-to-back partner is going to get. At the end of the run, both players will get a cutscene. However, you are the host on this run, so you are going to have to reset. There is really no need to panic here. Just press on the PS button, press X on switcher, then press X on Grand Theft Auto 5, and hover over the close game button. You will see the cutscene playing in the background. Press X on close game during this particular close-up shot of the envelope. If you did it correctly, your partner will receive the money, and you didn't lose your Cayo Perico heist. An important tip, always clear your cache when you start the game up again. To do this, simply launch up the game, wait 2 seconds, and tap the R1 and L1 button a few times, hold it, and then press X while holding it. If the game gives us either of these 2 screens, it means that we cleared the cache successfully. If you don't do this, you should be good for the first 2 runs, but the game will automatically wipe your heist on the 3rd run. This will cause you to lose your setup. If there are any questions, you could leave them in the comments,